Yesterday we have chance to complete the change data capture. Change data capture. Today we'll go and try to understand the migration. The migration is nothing but how to move the things from development to testing. How to move the things from development to testing or testing to production. That's what we are going to migrate here. Development to testing or testing to production. How to migrate it we are going to understand. Okay. Let us go and try to understand this migration part. Migration, exporting and importing, First point is copying or deploying objects from one environment to another is called as deployment or migration. So examples are deploying from development to testing is one example. Second one is deploying from testing to production is another example. Next, Oracle Data Integrator 12c. Oracle Integrator 12c introduces the use of global unique object identifiers. Global unique object identifiers. What is the meaning of this one? If you go and try to open the ODI 11 series, ODI 11 series and ODI 12 series, both if you open any object, you try to observe the properties. Let us say I am trying to connect to the repository. Connect. So I am giving here B107, okay, and go for ODI Studio of the other one, 11G. Okay, now I want to connect here also to your repository. Let us go and try to connect. Your repository is 107. Okay. Now if you open any one object here, let us say I am opening one object called as m_ods_employee. This is the first mapping what we created. Same object I am trying to open here, m_ods_employee. Open this one. Then I have here overview tab is available. Click on the overview tab. In the overview tab, you can observe here one thing is available that is called as here versioning information. There you can observe one is called as internal ID, second is called as global ID. So internal ID, second is called as global ID. Whereas if you go and see in the 11G, here also I am opening the same mapping whatever available. That mapping is called as m_ods_employee. Open. Then you can go and see here also overview tab. The overview tab. There you can observe here I have version. Then are you observing here any ID called as this global ID? No. This global ID is a new feature in the 12c. Because of this one, each object will be uniquely identified. Down the line, people may remove the internal ID also. Why they kept internal ID now is 11G to 12C when our projects are migrating. Okay, internal ID is not available, the objects will be somewhat handling is difficult. That is reason for the backward compatibility purpose. For the backward compatibility purpose, they kept the internal ID also in the 12C. But however, it is going to identify mainly using global ID. And Oracle guy always will follow this kind of methodology. Let us say Oracle guy has one table. In the table, you are entering one record. The record automatically generates one column. That column is called as what, sir? Row ID column, right? The row ID also like this only number will be there or not? Right. This kind of format is to follow as a standard format. Okay, that is what the first point what I want to talk here. Then export. How we can export the things? You can export the things object wise. That means on any object there is mapping or package or etc. We can right click and export it in XML format. In the XML format. In this process, we miss what's the dependent object. That means whatever object we are exporting, only that object will be exported. Nothing else. So I mean to say, let us say if I go for the ODI 11G, here I have an object that is known as m_ods_employee. I am right click on this one. Then I'm going for export option. It's asking what is the export directory. Let us go for the browse. Then go to the desktop. On the desktop, I am trying to create your folder name. Let us say your batch number is B107. Then I am trying to export this as, in this one I am trying to export it. Click on open. Now file name is what? m_ods_employee. Click on OK. Export is finished. Click on OK. Now if you go and see in the back end B107 folder, I have one file is available, XML file. I have one file is available that is called as XML file. Right. So in this XML file, total code is available. Whatever you did, the code, everything is available. Whatever you did, everything is available. Even we did for the name column, we did some calculation we did, right? Go for the name, find next. It is coming field name. Tell me one unique column what do we have over there? Okay, one of the column name is what? Employee ID is one of the column, and we have here other columns also available. Similarly, if you go and search for those columns, what I would like to say is your mapping, whatever work we did, those all things came as what, sir? Now one big XML code it came. One big XML code it came. Okay, now if people understand how to export the things. Now what do you mean by we are losing the dependencies some point I am telling, right? We are going to lose the dependencies I am telling one point. What do you mean by losing the dependencies? Right, how to avoid that kind of losing dependencies? Right, if I exported this one, that is well and good, but this is depending on what are the things. If we go and expand here, then go for used by. Employee table, where is that? Employee table uses as a source, as a target in packages and shortcuts, as a source where it is using this. Now from this, what is your understanding, sir? m_ods_employee is using as input as what, sir? Employee table. It is called as dependency or not? m_ods_employee using employee table. It is called as dependency. Suppose you exported only the mapping exported, model is not there. In the other environment, the model is not there and this employee table is not there. Then if I am trying to run it, it is going to throw error or not? It is going to throw error. There is reason we are saying as we are going to lose the dependencies. In order to not to lose the dependency, then what to do? That's what we are going to learn here. Next one is smart export. We can click on connect navigator and export required objects by using simple drag and drop method. Simple drag and drop method. What do you mean by smart export here? Let us say I have here one option. That option is known as this one. Here I have the export. This button is called as what? Connect navigator. That's what I said here, connect navigator. So once you click on the connect navigator, we have here export option. What you want to do here? Smart export, you want to do it. Even multiple options are available here, sir. Whatever you want, you can do it. Suppose entire your master repository you want to export it, you can export it. Work repository, topology information, logical topology, anything you want to take the export, you can take here. As of now, I am going for smart export. Export a list of objects with their dependencies, including the dependencies also we are trying to export here. Click on OK. Now it is asking export name is what? The export name you can provide here. Where it is storing by default? In this location storing, but you want to change that location to your B107 folder, you can save, you can change it. Already is pointing to the B107, that is good. The name is what? Smart export. For this I am giving the name as B107 smart export. I am giving the name. And we can export in two formats. One is called as XML format, second is called as zip file format. Whatever format you want, you can export it. Whatever format you want, you can export it. Now objects to be exported. Add objects to be exported here. I want to export here one object that is called as m_ods_employee. Just I am trying to drag and drop here. Whenever you drag and drop the m underscore ODS underscore employee, then what is happening here? Whatever it is using the models, that models also export here. Inside that one, whatever tables are available, those things also exported. That means, are you losing any dependencies here? We are not losing any dependencies. The physical architecture, logical architecture, everything is exported. Everything is exported. Okay, right. So these are the dependencies, whatever available, designer and topology dependencies are available. So those things also exporting the diagram that also is giving it. Right. Now, once you selected that one, let us say I am trying to click on export option. Let me select as a zip file so that will occupy less space and importing also bit speed. Then click on export. Then click on OK. Right. Now, if you go and see here, let us say I have here one thing that is known as B107 Smart Export. This is the way we have two types of exports. Number one is called as object-wise export. Number two is called as Smart Export is available. Smart Export is available. But what is the recommended one, sir? Smart Export or normal one? Smart Export is recommended one. If you have confidence, okay, only this object depends, everything is available over there. This object depends, everything available over there. Then you can go for the single object export also, you can do it. Now, we can export in two formats. Number one is XML format or zip file format. Even dependencies are also exported. Whatever dependencies are available, those things are also exported. It is recommended method. So, Smart Export is what, sir? Recommended method, then object-wise export. Object-wise export. Let us move on to the next one that is called as import. Yes, he successfully exported that one. That is excellent, well and good. Now we need to do here import. Duplication, import, whenever we are trying to do the import, we have some methods are available. Let us go and try to see here. Go for here, import option. Whenever I am importing, let us say smart import, click on OK. Okay, we are selecting here some files we are selecting. Click on next. Desktop, B107. Then I am selecting something, click on open, click on next. Then it's saying as it's trying to identify automatically matching and it's trying to import here. Okay, this is how we can import it. This is how we can import it. As of now, I don't want to import it. Let us say I am trying to click on cancel IMD. Suppose only one object only you want to import, right? Click on this one, then go for import interface. Where it is available in the B107 folder, we have this one. Click on OK. Then it's trying to import it. While it is importing, did you notice or not one point? One point, did you notice or not? If I right click on this one, import interface, what are you seeing here options? Duplication, synonym mode insert, synonym mode update, synonym mode insert and update. What is the difference among these all properties? What is the difference among these all properties? Okay, that we need to understand it. Let us say I am going to the help here. If you are available here, I will show you from here. Select the import type is what? Import modes. Okay. Now see this guy, whatever it is available. What do you mean by duplication? First one, what do you mean by duplication? This mode creates a new object with a new internal ID. With a new internal ID. Next, in the target repository and insert all the elements of the export file, the ID of the new object will be based on the ID of the repository in which it to be created, the target repository. What is the meaning is, let us say I am trying to import here one object, this object I am importing. M underscore ODS underscore employee object I am importing. Click on OK. Then you can observe here, what is the original ID, sir? 1001. What is the new ID after import? So internal ID is changing or not? If this is the name is what, sir? Object name is M underscore ODS underscore employee. This object is already available, right? The reason it is not able to override it, it is trying to create copy of it is creating. Already copy of also available. The reason it is saying is copy 2 of it is saying. Copy 2 of it is saying. So it is treating like altogether it is a new object is treating. New object is treating, and if you go and observe copy 2 of ODS employee, open, click on S, then version, what is the ID? 8001. Initially your m underscore ODS underscore employee open, what is ID? 1001. So ID is changing or not? ID is changing. Dependencies between objects which are included into the export such as parent-child relationship are recalculated to match the new parent IDs references to objects which are not included into the export file, not recalculated. So if the dependency objects are not available, it won't be calculating anything. If reference also available, it's going to do recalculation according to our things. Because IDs are changing means everything will be changes, right? Okay. Now, note that this mode is designed to insert only what, sir? New element. That is the important point. When I need to go for the duplication method, you assumes like that object is not available in our repository. That is developed in the development, let us say. Assume like it is developed in the development and they exported that one and they given to me. I want to import into the testing. In the testing, that object is not there. In the testing, that object is not there. At that moment, we need to go for this one. I am repeating, in the development environment, they developed it and they exported that one. And in the testing, that object is not there. First time we are doing means go for the duplication method. First time we are doing means go for the duplication method. That's what this point, we need to highlight this point. The duplication mode is used to duplicate an object into the target repository. Target repository. To transfer objects from one repository to another with the possibility to help new versions of these objects or to make updates, it is better to use the same synonym modes. The import type is not available for importing master repository. Creating a new master repository using the export of an existing one is performed using the master repository import wizard. Okay, that means only in case of master repository this kind of options are not available. Next one, what do you mean by synonym mode insert? How it is different from duplication also we need to understand. See here, tries to insert the same object with same internal ID. Here what, sir? With a new internal ID. This is with the same internal ID. Into the target repository, the original object is preserved. The original object is preserved. If an object of the same type with the same internal ID already exists, then nothing is inserted. Suppose in my case, let us say, I have here m underscore ODS underscore employee is already available. I am trying to now import here. Let us say I am going right click here. Then I am trying to import the interface m underscore ODS underscore employee. Then go and observe here. What is saying here? Sorry. I think I selected wrong option. I selected wrong option. Here you need to select what? Synonym mode insert. Then click on OK. Now what it is saying, sir? Any object is importing. It is empty. It is empty. That means what? Whenever we have the same object is available, it is not going to do any activity. Object type, object name, original ID is 1001. Diagram, ETL flow 1001, 2001, everything is available. So as already it is available, it is not doing any activity. Okay. Any objects. Not import objects are what, sir? This object is not at all importing. This object is not at all importing. Okay. Now if people understand already the object is available, then what will do, sir? It won't import it. If the object is not available, then it is going to import with the same ID. I mean to say, suppose I am deleting this m underscore ODS underscore employee, I am deleting it. Now it is not there. I am trying to import it. Let us go for import interface. I am selecting synonym mode, insert. Then click on OK. It is importing. Original ID is what, sir? What is the new ID also? With the same ID or not? With the same ID, same properties, everything is same. So click on close it. Now we can see here again we got here m underscore ODS underscore employee, we got it. With the same ID, whatever available previously. That's what this point. Next one, dependencies between objects which are included into the export such as parent. This is as the same point, sir. Previously whatever available. Synonym mode update. I think we are able to differentiate what is the difference between duplication and insert, right? What is the difference? In case of duplication, if the object is available or not available, it is doing what, sir? It is importing. With the new ID, it is importing. If it is available, already the object is available, it is saying as copy of it is saying. Okay, if the object is not available, as it is, that name will be taking. but we are getting new ID. We are getting here. What, sir? If object is already available, it won't do anything. If object is not available, then we import it, but with the same ID. That's what the difference between this duplication and synonym mode insert. Next one, synonym mode update. What is the meaning? Tries to modify the same object with what, sir? Same internal ID. Same internal ID. In this repository, this import type updates the object already existing in the target repository with the content of the export file. Content of the export file. So what it is trying to do? This import type updates the objects already existing in the target repository with the content of the export file. If the object does not exist, the object is what, sir? Not imported. If the object does not exist, then what is happening? Not imported. Now we need to differentiate these two things. You need to differentiate. In this case, what is happening, sir? Object is already available. It won't import anything. This is what, sir? Object is not available. Exact opposite, right? Object is not available, then it won't import it. You are able to understand this point, right? This point. Okay, let us go and try to do this one. Let us say I am trying to delete this _ODS_employee. I am deleting it. Right click on the interface, click on import interface, select it. Here what you are selecting? Synonym mode update. Click on OK. Now see here, warning. You are about to delete or replace some object. Do you want to continue? Click on S. What is saying, sir? Not import objects are _ODS_employee is not importing. As this object is not available in our repository, it is not doing any activity. Okay, you people understand? Now let us say I am trying to import here interface. Import interface. I am selecting insert method. I am selecting because I want that object I want here. Let us go and try to do that one. Click on close. Now you can see m_ODS_employee is now available. m_ODS_employee is now available. If I go and try to do, let us say interfaces, right click, import interface. This time I am selecting what, sir? Synonym mode update, m_ODS_employee. Click on OK, click on S. This time it is importing or not? It is importing, but however, IDs are same, name import as what, same, object name also same. Okay, right. That's what the difference is between this insert and update. Insert and update. What do you mean by insert_update? What do you mean by insert_update? Right. If no ODA object exists in the target repository with an identical ID, this import type will create a new object with the content of the export file. Already existing objects with the same internal ID will be updated. I can say this two combination is this one. That's what the name also came as insert_update. If already object is available, it is going to update it. If already object is not available, it is going to create it. These are the 4 methods what we need to understand as for things. So those things I given here summarized format. Duplication. This mode creates a new object with new GUID and internal ID in the target repository and inserts all the elements of the export file. Note that this mode is designed to insert only new elements only. Next one. Synonym mode insert tries to insert the same object, same GUID, same GUID. This is what, sir? New. This is same. Into the target repository, the original object GUID is preserved. If an object of the same type with the same internal ID already exists, then nothing is inserted. Synonym mode update tries to modify the same object with the same GUID in the repository. Next one. This import type updates the objects already existing in the target repository with the content of the export file. If the object does not exist, the object is not imported. That is not available here. It is not going to import it. You understand this one, right? Then synonym mode insert and update. If no ODA object exists in the target repository with an identical GUID, this import type will create a new object with the content of the export file. Already existing objects will be updated. The new ones will be inserted. So I think you are able to understand this one. Second point, existing child objects will be updated, non-existing child objects will be inserted, and child object existing in the repository but not in the export file will be deleted. This import type is not recommended when the export was not without the child components. Without dependencies exported it. Without dependencies exported it, and they're trying to do this one, it is going to delete some other things, right? The reason, if I think I have everything dependencies, everything is available, then go for this method. Right. If export file contains dependencies, then this method is recommended. Now smart. This method is always given first priority, sir. First priority will be given to this method. So whenever we are doing the import type, we have all the options are available. You can go and you can do that one. What the meaning is, let us go for okay. So this whatever we are doing is the wizard. The wizard is called as smart import wizard. Whatever we are doing, the smart import wizard is the one which are always given the priority. Always given the priority. Got it? Now let us move on to the next one. Exercise 1. Migrating from development to testing work repository. Migrating from development to testing work repository. So what we are trying to is exporting from development environment. Connect to the work repository. Click on Connect Navigator. Select Export. Select Smart Export. Drag and drop project RRTech project onto the objects to be exported. Click on Export. That is what we are trying to export all the things. Select desktop and create a folder and save it. Create a folder and save it. So creating the testing work repository. First we'll try to finish the step 1. Exporting from development environment. So this is 11G. You can do in 11G also. Notes is available in the tool sheet is available, but I am doing in the 11G. Okay. I am going and I am trying to take the export of this one I am taking. Let us go for export. Smart export. I want entire project I am trying to drag and drop it. Entire project I got it. Export as a zip file. This is B207. B107 export. Now click on close. It is exported. First point is completed. Second point, creating a testing work repository. Similar to create the work repository, reference page number is 33. So we are going for creating one testing work repository. It is similar to the refer page number 33. I am clicking on this one so that it will take me to the page number 33. I am clicking on that one. So creating the work repository, everyone knows like how to create the work repository in the database. Then go for work repository creation. Shall we go on to this? Right, I am creating one user ID. Let us go and try to create it. Start. Then go to the SQL plus /s sysdba. Then I want to create user B107 testing environment, right? So I am giving a test. Okay, with this I completed creating the work repository schema. Next one is what? Creating work repository. Start our ODI studio. Click on ODI menu, connect. Those all things are completed. We are connecting is what? Master repository are connecting it. Then click on test, click on OK, click on OK, click on that. Click on the topology, expand repository section. Right click on work repositories, click on new work repository. Then we need to provide your work repository corresponding schema name is what. In confirmation window, click on S. Then finally, it is going to create the schema with the some tables. Let us go and try to do that one. I want to go to the ODI menu. Let us disconnect it. Click on S. Again ODI menu, just connect it. Then I want to go for B107. Edit. I want to log in as master repository. Click on OK. Now designer tab is not available except expected. Operator also not available, but topology is available there. I want to create the repository. Let us go and try to create the repository. As of now, we have only one work repository. I want to create new work repository with the name of, with the ID is what, first of all, B107. Just now we created, that is called as test. Now go for next. There is 2. Then what is the name? B107 underscore test work repository. Okay, finish it. Then what is happening in the back end? What is happening in the back end? If you go and execute this one, what happened? Some tables are created, 119 tables are created. Okay, that is excellent job. Then I am asking you want to create the login ID, click on the no. I got here one more repository that is called as test work repository. So that's what I need to do here. Once it is completed, let us go for the next steps. Step 1 is done. Then step 2 also completed. Then step 3, creating user TDB underscore test and load tables into the TDB underscore test schema. Test schema. What is the meaning is, let us say whatever target is available in our mappings. Here, this is what the designer, we exported all the things, right? For that one, we have the target tables are available or not. The target tables are going to store somewhere or not. And this target of the development environment and testing environment may not be same. May not be, compulsory it will not be same. Development environment and testing environment databases are not same. So what is the testing database? We are trying to create now testing database, we are trying to create it. Let us go and try to create the testing database. Create user TDBU test and load tables into the TDBU test schema. Let us go and try to do the same job. So I am saying as connect slash as sysdba. Then I want to go for create user B107 and test database, right? It is. So give the name as test database identified by RR capital, I small 1, 2, 3. Then I want to do the grant DBA to B107, then test DB. Grant is succeeded. Then I want to connect to this user, connect B107, then test DB RR capital, I small 1, 2, 3 at the rate of ORCL. Now, if you go and see in this one, we won't have any tables, will not be available. And I want to execute here. One SQL file is available with you, right? One SQL file is available with you. That SQL file is called as, the SQL file is what, sir? Target SQL file is available. Let us go and try to do it. Now execute it. Then some tables are created. Then select star from tab. We have here 22 tables are available. Target also ready. That's what our next step, what I am saying. Create user and load tables into the TDB test schema. We opened this one and we did this one. Next one. Creating a physical schema with testing database. Okay, we are going to point out our testing database and we are trying to create one physical schema. Let us go and try to create it. I am going to the topology tab. Then I have your physical architecture. As of now, target is available where? Inside the Oracle. Inside this database, one more schema we selected, right? Go for new physical schema, then B107 test DB. Okay, now this one also I am changing. This has B107 test DB. Click on save it. Okay. What next? We completed creating a physical schema with testing database. Next, what's creating a testing context and mapping the source and target schemas. Let us go and try to create the testing context. As of now, we have development only. Now I want to go for new context. This name as testing. Under this testing, physical is what and logical is what, we need to map it. Sources, I am using same source. For development environment or testing environment, I am using sources same source, but target is what, sir? Different target I am selecting, that is called as B107 test DB. Okay, and also files are available here. The files also you can select like this. Then go for click on save it. Any questions?
No, sir. Good.
Okay. Now we created the testing context, that is good. Importing into the edge testing environment. Connect to the testing work repository, click on connect navigator, select import, select smart import, point to the previously exported file, click on next, finish, click on close it. Let us go and try to do this part. I am going here, then ODI menu, disconnect, ODI menu, connect it, then B107, supervisor, repository as what? Work repository. What type of work repository? This one. Test. It is working fine. Okay. Okay. Now, do I have in this one, if you go to the designer, do I have any work here? No. But the export is available with you or not? Export is available with you. From that export, we are going to import it. How to import is go for import, smart import. Okay. And this is what their file name. B107. Smart export. This is the one, right? Open. Next. You can see all the things are importing. Next. Finish. Then you can see here a number of things you can observe. Close it. Here nothing is appearing. Why? Because you may need to refresh it. Then we are able to see whatever we exported from there. Those all things you are seeing or not? Those all things are seeing. That means what you did is basically from development repository to testing repository exported. Okay. That is excellent job. Next one. Running and loading data into the test database. As of now, in our test database connection I will create it. What is your test database, sir? B107, tell me. Test DB. Username also. This one, RR capital, ITEC small, 123. Save the password. Then ORCL. SID is ORCL. Click on connect. Now we are able to see the window. Now here I want to go for tables. Then see here one thing you'll observe, amount of ODS underscore employee. Do I have any data? If I go and if I run that mapping, you should get data here. That mapping I didn't create in this environment. I created in development environment I created, but I just imported the code here and I'm trying to run it. Let us go and try to do the same job. So right click on M underscore ODS underscore employee mapping, click on run, select testing context, click on OK. Let us go and try to let me do it. Right click on M underscore ODS underscore employee, right click, then I have here option, open, yes. See here all the code is came properly or not, observe here first. Mapping tab, then all the code is came properly. Even your name column, you given the syntax as like this, everything is came. Now I am trying to run this one, click on run. You need to use development context or testing context. Testing context, click on Okay. Now if you do everything correctly, it should start successful, and also in the operator tab, we should see what's that? It should be successful, but seems to be it's failed. What is the reason for failure? We need to research on this one. M underscore Vodafone employee, some reason is failed. What is saying? The source, large scale schema target, and contest testing of the task. I think some mapping issue. The source, large scale schema, contest testing of the not mapped. We mapped, right? B107 target and contest testing of the task is not mapped with the physical schema, it is saying. Okay, what is this problem we need to observe? Let me close all. Let me go to the contests. Testing, open, schemas. See here, I mapped actually, somehow it is not saved. I mapped it, we mapped right? Yeah, but somehow it is not saved. Let us go and try to map here, test DB, then Scott. For safe side, let me verify one more time. Now it is saved, it seems to be. Now let us go and try to go to the operator tab. Right click and restart it. Session launched. Now it is auto append. Now this time it is successful. If it is successful means what we are expecting. We should have some data in this one. We have the data or not? That's it. What you did the work, we exported from the development and we imported into the testing environment and we ran that one and we loaded the data. This is how we are going to do in real time also, but bit more care we will take it. Before doing something in the testing environment, we'll take the backup of the testing, we'll take the backup of the development, then we'll try to do this. Why? Because on the moment, whenever we are moving the things, by mistake we selected some other option. If objects are overridden, it is a problem, right? That is the reason backup is mandatory. Once you take in the backup of testing as well as development enrollment, I seriously suggest to go for this one. And next one is simple, sir. You can do your own. Migrating from, sorry? No, not the database. I'm saying objects backup. Database is not required. Why? Because if you run the things, then only it is affecting, right? Okay, here what is overriding? By mistake, instead of the duplicate, I selected, let us say, synonym mode update I selected. Then what is going to happen? If object is available, it's going to update it. But it should not be, it should not there. Then what we need to do? We need to have the backup or not? Backup is mandatory. Backup is mandatory. Individually not required. Just use a smart export and try to drag and drop the project and do it. Execute mapping says individually one by one mapping you can do it. And down the line anyhow I am going to explain one thing, target load plan. In the target load plan we can execute all the things we can execute at a time. Okay, right. Now one exercise is there that is called as exercise 2, migrating from test work repository to the execution work repository. The process is as it is same as previous one. Only thing is the way you are going to create execute work repository, right? That is different. Apart from that one, remaining story is same story. See here, I'm walking it, exporting scenarios from testing environment. This is how we are exporting it. Okay, then once exported, we are creating execution work repository. While we are creating execution work repository, previously selected work repository type is equal to what? Development is selected. Work repository type is equal to what? Development is selected. Now we are selecting execution. This is the only one point it changed. Remaining story is as it is same. Remaining story is as it is same. Now, same way I am creating one user. I am creating some empty tables. I am creating. Then creating the physical schema with the production database, and I created one contest production, and I'm mapping here. Then step 6 is importing into the production environment. Then once it is imported, then I'm trying to run that one. Let us go and try to run it and observe the data in this one. Shall we go and do this one? Yes. Let us go and try to do this one. Exporting scenarios from testing environment. This time we are exporting what? Scenarios. Right click on m_ods_employee, click on generate scenario, click on OK. Why scenarios, sir? You cannot import the directly mapping into the production. That's what one question. Previously what you did, development to testing means directly you exported the mapping and imported the mapping, right? But you are not doing like that. The reason behind is, yes, answer is mappings you cannot import into the execution work repository. In execution work repository, you can import only scenarios and target load plans only you can import it. Your execution work repository. One more point is your execution work repository will not have the designer access also, sir. We have how many navigators? Designer, operator, security, these all things, right? Okay. Out of this one, designer navigator is the main work what you are doing. Mappings creation, package creation, these all things. The designer component is not available for the execution work repository. That is the reason we are creating one scenario, we are creating it. How to create a scenario, we people already aware of it. We go and we'll try to do that one. Right click on m_ods_employee, click on generate scenario, click on OK. Let us go and try to do that. I am going to the designer, m_ods_employee, go for generate scenario, give something, click on OK. Now you can observe here, I got here one scenario. This was the scenario. Next one, right click on the scenario version 001, click on export. I am right clicking, then go for export. Then it is asking 001 is the one. Then click on export, select export path, provide export file name, click on export, close it. So this was the B107 is okay for me. Version is 001. For our identification purpose, if you want, you can make this as a scenario, right? We can make it as SC. Okay. Export is finished. Okay. Now, next one, creating execution work repository. The process is same as what, sir, again. Creating the work repository in page number 33, whatever you did. However, please take care of what, sir? Below step. In place of development, you need to select execution. Let us go to this page. This hyperlink is damaged or what? Okay. Now I am going to the SQL Plus as usual. Let me go for conn/as sysdba. Then I want to create user. What is the name? B107. Where next production. We are trying to create the production corresponding things we are creating. So identified by then grant DBA to B107 production. Connect B107 production RR capital ITEX small 123 @ ORCL. Then go and try to use this one. Next one is what, sir? Creating the work repository. Start ODE Studio and try to connect to the things. Let us go here, and I want to go for topology. In the topology, you can go and you can select here repositories. In the repositories, as of now, development and testing is available. We are trying to create new work repository. What is the name? B107. Just now we create what, sir? Prod. Click on next. Then this is third one. This is called as B107. B107 execution work repository. This is called as what, sir? Execution work repository, EWR. For development and testing, we are selecting development and testing purpose. For development repository, we selected for the development and testing. Execution we need to select for the production. That's what I'm selecting here, execution. Password, if you want to give it, you can give it. RR capital, ITEX small, 1, 2, 3, then finish it. So ODI is creating your work repository. If it is creating work repository, if you go back and if you see here, then we are seeing what, sir? 49 we are seeing. Comparatively, your development work repository, execution work repository contains less things or not, sir? Why? Because here we are not going to store the mapping. We are not going to store the package, procedure, project information, model information. These all things are not going to store here. Okay, only we are going to store what here? Only the scenarios and target load plans are going to store it. Under some run information are going to store it. That's what, that is the reason I am saying as here 49 tables only available. Okay, excellent job. I am trying to click on no. Then I want to connect to this repository. Disconnect, ODI, connect, then B107, edit, then work repositories. Then I need to select here EWR, okay, okay, okay. Then you can notice here designer tab. Is it available, sir? Not connected to a development work repository. I connected with what, sir? Execution work repository I connected. That is the reason whenever we connected as execution work repository, this is not available. Next one, operator tab. In operator tab, if you can go and see in all executions, nothing is available as of now. And topology and security. These are the 3 tabs only available for you. The designer is not available. That is the reason we cannot import the mappings into the, you cannot import packages or mappings or procedures. Anything whatever you are doing in the designer, those things are directly, we cannot import it. Got it? Okay. With this I completed step 3. With this I completed step 3, that is called as this one. Step 2, sorry. Step 2 we completed. Step 3 is what? Creating user TDBU production and load tables into the TDBU production schema. Let us go and try to do the job. Create user B107. B107 prod DB identified by RRITech 123. Then grant DBA to B107 prod DB. Then connect B107 prod DB RR capital at a small 123 at the rate of RCL. Now at the rate of then some target database also now ready. Target database also ready. Step 3 is completed. Step 4 is what? Creating a physical schema with the production database. Let us go and try to create it. I am going to the topology tab, then technologies, then go to the Oracle, expand the Oracle, expand this one, right click on this one, go for new physical schema. Then I want to go for, what is the name? B107 prod DB. This also B107 prod DB. Then save it. Click on OK. I created the physical schema. Now next what, sir? You need to create the one context with the name of B107 production. I think we are not maintaining this flag, right? Okay. Production. Then go to the schemas. What schema you want to map here? Production. This one. Scott, this one, this one. Just go for saving properly. Previously didn't save it properly. Okay, now I saved properly. Just one more time confirm it. Everything is properly saved or not. Go to the schemas, properly saved it. Okay, we are happy to go. Now let us go for next one. Creating a production context done. Importing into the production environment. Connect to the RRATech EWR work repository already connected. Go to the operator tab. Under load plans and scenarios, click on import scenario. So this is what the operator tab, whatever available. In this operator tab, we have here one thing that is known as load plans and scenarios. Go to here, then I have here import scenario. Here whatever mode you want, you can select it. Okay, now I am going for the duplication mode. I am selecting. Then where it is available? It is available in the B107 folder. You selected here only, right? It's not there. Struct. It is there, right? Scenario, it is available in the folder. This is the folder. Okay, B107 open. Then you are seeing what, sir? SC underscore M underscore employee version. Click on OK. Now importing is in progress. It's saying as object name import dash original ID. That's ID is changed. Okay, no problem. Click on close. Now this is came. Scenario is came now. Now once you imported that one, connect to this one and try to import it. We imported this one. Okay, import this one. Under the unload plan scenarios, click on import scenario and import it. Running and loading data into the production database. Let me run this one. Okay, you can select this one and you can go for run, execute it. What contest you want, that contest you can select, click on OK. Session started. If you do everything correctly, if you go and see here what is there, sir? Just now 9:14, just now it is executed, right? And if you execute it perfectly, then what you can observe in our this database, select what, sir? Star from ODS underscore employee. We have the data or not? We have the data. So what I would like to say is we are loading the data in the production also. We are loading using scenario. That's what I am asking you to observe it. Observe data in TDB production ODS employee table. We have the data. I hope you are comfortable with the migration, right? Development to testing, testing to production. What is the difference between development work repository and execution work repository? Try to do the same exercise once again. I did in the 11G. You do first 11G, then go for the 12C also. Same process. Even the screenshots I given here as a 12C screenshots only I given. Okay, 12C screenshots only I given. But I did in the 11G. Same process applicable. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Okay.
Yeah, in production we won't modify anything. That is the only purpose. Production we are not going to modify anything. Any one thing is problem is there that we need to modify in the testing, that again you need to export as a scenario, that we need to import over there. Direct modifications not possible in the production. Okay, right. Thank you.
Hello, sir. This is Dheeraj. I'm ready to fix it, sir.
Sorry?
Sir, I'm waiting for 11:15, sir, to fix my ODI installation.
You are waiting for?
ODI installations is arriving. Hello.
See, I can fix today also if you are able to.
Yes, I'm ready to. I'm ready.
No.